sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the New Orleans Saints and the Cleveland Browns. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And he returns this to the 22. Jameis going to look to throw right away. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Grandma's puttered out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. But Myles Garrett, the All-Pro, in on the tackle. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Jameis to throw it. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 44-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. On the counter, here's Kamara. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. In on the tackle is the lineman, Perrion Winfrey.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Winston. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Sampson and Booker, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards. 3rd and long for Winston. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 29-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Well, they went with a fullback dive that time.
And, Brandon, when I was a kid, the fullback carried the ball equally as much as the running back did.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Saints get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter, that's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Faking the give. Now Watson. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. The Browns at 13-1 now on the year. And they've been flawless these last couple months. Winners of 9 in a row.
And let's give them a ton of credit because in a league that's built on any given Sunday, any team can win. To run off this kind of a streak, this kind of a number, that's pretty darn impressive.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan so tough to block as he gets in there to record the sack. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
New Orleans adding some depth to the secondary. They've got 6 DBs out there now for 3rd. Here's Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Saints are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched the playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Winston. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Ready?
They'll run here with Ingram. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mark Ingram, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints go up by 2 touchdowns. Lutz good on the extra point. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Here comes Felton to bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, Peanut!
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Another good carry there for the NFL's 2nd leading rusher. We've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
Well, I'm just going to tell you point blank. It doesn't matter whether he's 1st or 2nd or even 3rd in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball field.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Landry now on the return. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. And he'll start with a give to Kamara. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 59 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. On 1st and 10, Winston. That one to the former Brown, Jarvis Landry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Jarvis Landry, former LSU star, back playing with his home state Saints. Remember, he played with these Browns for the last 4 years after spending his first 4 seasons in Miami. First down, Winston. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A 1st down throw for Winston. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Touchdown, Saints. Jarvis Landry, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints take a 3-touchdown lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Here comes Felton to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Watson's throw into the hands of Peoples-Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't caught their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And the Browns are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Watson looks to throw again. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
To throw again on second down. Watson. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Left tackle Eric Fisher, the former Kansas City Chief, the guilty party. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Back to throw, Watson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Watson. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Watson. And that is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Open man here, the tight end, Henry. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try waiting to the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Deshaun Watson, as the first half is winding down. And the Browns are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by York is up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Winston now to throw on 1st down. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 there and a New Orleans 1st down. To throw is Winston. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is taken in at the 5. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Watson. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Watson's throw taken in by Cooper here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Here's Watson. Open man, the tight end Henry. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A nice gain of 21 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
To the air yet again, Watson. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Watson. His throw caught at about the 5. Touchdown, Browns. Brandon Ayuk from 19 yards away. And the Browns are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Winston's throw taken in by Landry. He's got room past the 30, and he'll be corralled right around the 34. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Toss wide side. This is Kamara. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
On 2nd and 12, Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jameis to throw it. Open man is Michael Thomas. Past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 67 yards. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down. Watson now to throw. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Finding Henry here on the crossing route. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big deal.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. I respect both sides on that play, CD. For him to be able to hold on to that football and the impressive tackle, wow.
Did you notice the look between the two of them as they came off the ground? That look did say the word respect.
Watson on 3rd down. He's got a man, complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 16. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. Now they return to the ground game, Chubb. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Donovan Peoples-Jones. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Winston. Being chased out left. And he'll just get rid of it. Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion. This offense on third down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. He is going to find Hill here. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 86 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Big impact play, a tackle for loss. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. You don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple of weeks.
That's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
On third down, here's Kamara. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that, maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now.
Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Pete Werner. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by John Johnson. The 40. 20. 10, 5. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
So he stopped for no gain, and it'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make, and he takes this one in for a grand score. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Browns have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by York is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. 52 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. On 1st down, Watson. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Going out wide, finds Chubb. He's going to pick up the 1st down and then some. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 16. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now Watson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Browns will use the 1st of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
To throw, Watson. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumbled, recovered.
And he's in for the touchdown, and barring a miracle, the extra point can win this football game. York on now for the extra point. And they have got the lead. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse?
He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And the Browns are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
so for the Browns, it's another win for them. And you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1.
And they will hit the road next week to take on Washington.
Meanwhile, for the Saints, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles.